This is Kugan Cassius for IFLTV. We're at the Rotunda here in Liverpool. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Darren Till. Darren, first of all, how are you, mate?
Good, yeah. 2 weeks before the fight, so...
Let's just talk about your preparation today. So you did some intense body sparring today. Right? With IFL's Joe Pugh. Can you just give us a little assessment of how he took 40 seconds, I think 39 seconds before he dropped to the floor?
I thought he'd done well. I thought he held himself well. I'll give him a 7 out of 10, innit? Because obviously 2 weeks before the fight, I'm cutting weight, you know, all power's not all there, but I did throw some fucking wallops in on him, so yeah, he done well. He's been a part of the camp now, hasn't he? So
definitely, you're going to keep him in the corner. You're going to keep him in the corner.
Get him the bucket, innit?
Can you carry a belt? Can you carry some sort of thing? Joe, you're in. You're in the camp with Till. Right, let's start with, obviously, there was a press conference a couple of weeks ago. You wasn't there. We were led to believe that you weren't well. Yeah. But can you just give us a little bit of...
Yeah, I woke up the day before and I wasn't well. I was like, oh, I'll be all right for the day of the press conference. And when I woke up, I was just still sick. I was just like achy. I hadn't trained the day before. I was just achy, just like... I wasn't like fucking dying, but I wasn't like... I was proper like... I'd caught like that fucking whatever goes around. So I said to MISFITS, said, look, is there any chance I can give this a miss? And obviously I'll bring me a game, fight week. You know, obviously I don't like to let them down in that sense. It's, you know, obviously they're paying a lot of money for stuff like that and that, so it's quite, you know, but sometimes these things happen. So yeah, I was unwell, that was it.
Yeah. I think obviously we were there all day and there wasn't kind of any vibe, oh, why hasn't Till turned up? And even Darren Stewart, he obviously wasn't well, and he kind of, that's the reason, rather than when people don't turn up to these things, people start going, oh, why hasn't he turned up? But yeah, all good, and you're ready for March 29th.
I'm ready for tomorrow. It's 2 weeks tomorrow, 2 weeks today for the weigh-ins. I'm ready, mate. Been in camp since the last fight, so nothing's changed. Weight's good, fitness is good. I've had the rounds of sparring, finish off next week, and that's it. There's nothing else to... Business as usual, especially in the Rotunda, mate. Everything's... I can't imagine they're doing the same things as me, my opponents and stuff like that. I don't think they are.
We spoke to Darren Stewart about yourself, and obviously there was nothing kind of coming back negative. He said that you guys had fought on the same shows, that you do know each other. How well do you know?
He's fought on my shows.
He's fought on your show. Okay.
We don't know each other in a team. Like, we haven't had much physical interactions. We've had a lot of DMs on the Insta over the years. He's always supported my shit. I've always supported his. As he said, we fought on 2 shows together, 2 of my shows. I'll get that in there. I've got nothing negative to say. Good fighter, solid competitor, always brings it. So I'm not going to sit here and start thrashing him, especially when I half know him as well, do you know what I mean? So it's not that vibe from me.
It's not like uncommon, obviously, for yourself. We're used to seeing part of your kind of psychological game is to be in that zone with people. We saw it with Tommy Fury, obviously that fight didn't materialise, but this time round we're not going to get to see that. I mean, fight week, I don't know, but it looks really unlikely we're going to get to see that. Not
really, but I will just say, like, it can't always just be like that as well. Like, every time I fight, people, what's he going to do? What's he going to say? And it's beef. Like, I do like the shit talking side of it's psychological, as you said, but sometimes when it's not warranted, it's just not warranted. It's just going to be a good fight. So just sit back and enjoy the show type of thing, because I feel like if I started the type of beef with Darren for this, I feel like it'd be forced. I don't know. I want to just, like, sometimes it doesn't have to be done.
Yeah. Well, we saw this with Anthony Taylor, because even though you two were having a little bit back and forth during fight week, we didn't really see it as kind of you two disliked each other, and we saw that after the fight. No. Anyway.
I'll always make my feelings and my emotions be known, so if I don't like the guy, whatever. But with Anthony, it wasn't that I disliked him. He was fucking quite annoying, to be honest with you. But I wasn't going to start saying, you know, this, that, I hate you. Like, it was just we were building a fight, you know. And it was fight talk. That's what it essentially comes down to, fight talk. That's all it was. Like, now it's just fight talk. I'm going to beat Darren Stewart. I'm going to knock him out. But there's no bad blood in saying that, because he's probably saying the same thing himself. And if he wasn't, I'd be very surprised.
Right, let's go from one extreme to the other. What was the situation with Carl Froch and you potentially fighting? Can you give us a bit of context for this? Was he offered the fight?
Not as far as I know. I've never been offered Carl Froch. I've called Carl Froch out on many occasions, but I've never had like a call or a piece of paper or a contract to say, do you want to fight Carl? Because I'd have signed there and then. I'm not trying, like, obviously I do respect his boxing career and his accolades and stuff like that. But like, no, and I don't know if is he saying like he got offered the fight?
Yeah, so this is on Froch's Froch on Fighting. The title of it was Carl Froch is offered to fight Darren Till as Tommy Fury's replacement.
I don't believe there to be any truth in that, like, because I wasn't offered Carl Froch, and I'd just say here and now. So I think Carl's lying. I think he's lying.
Okay. Got any other evidence to support this?
Well, that's a 40-second clip if you want to play it.
Oh, can we play it?
Yeah, it's only 40
Play, yeah,
seconds.
I haven't seen this, by the way.
It's a month old.
Shall I get that up? Sorry.
But that makes sense then, if it's a month old.
Yeah.
Obviously the fight was around that time.
My name is Carl Froch. I was actually offered the fight with Darren Till. Lance Taylor phoned me up and said to me, look, I'll offer you the fight. What about a little bit of... I thought to myself, I need at least 4 weeks in the gym, and it was over Christmas, and I'm busy with the family, I go away, I've been skiing, I've been travelling around, I've been doing a lot, and I thought, I'm only going to have a week, actually, from being back on UK soil to actually getting in the ring, and I thought 1 week's probably not enough, even for the Cobra, former unified world champ Hall of Famer, to go in there and bash up somebody who can't fight in the boxing ring like Darren Till. He might be decent in the MMA world, I don't know. I mean, I've seen him been choked out and KO'd a few times, so I don't know how good he is, so I'm not having a go, but in the boxing ring, I thought I'd need at least a month in the gym, so I turned it down, and I should have probably took it, to be honest, because I think I needed a couple of rounds of shadow boxing to deal with Darren Till. He's not a fighter, he's not a boxer, it's not happening, I'm not fighting, this ain't a call out, don't know any idiots coming back saying, calling out Darren Till, I'm not. But, listen, it's an easy job for the Cobra.
But that makes no sense, because he's saying he was offered the fight, but there was no time. But then he'd only need to shadow box because I can't fight. So what is it? Can I fight or can I not fight? He's just contradicted himself, because he's saying I can't fight. So if I can't fight, if I'm not a boxer, why didn't he take the fight? Because I think we all know now, here and now, I wouldn't turn down any man in a boxing ring, from Carl Froch to anyone. That's just the truth of it. Only because, well, two things. One, I don't really give a fuck. I always say this, I don't really give a fuck. I'm not asked to do a fight. And two is because I come from a background, and I don't want to make this a competition between boxing and me, because I know that's a thing now, and it doesn't really ask me, because I love boxing and I love MMA. But I've took head kicks, knees, elbows to the face. So for me, fear doesn't get in the way of fighting someone who's miles better ahead of me in boxing. Carl's, he's a better boxer, so I think he's just contradicted himself massively there. He said he just, what did he say? He said something like 4 weeks or something wouldn't be enough, but then he'd only need a few shadow boxing has to fight someone who can't fight. So he's contradicted himself. Yeah.
So as far as you're concerned, you was never approached about anything to do with Carl Froch?
No. Okay. So I think he's lying. So Carl Froch's a liar. Make sure that gets out there. Shall I say it one more time? Carl Froch's a liar.
Okay, well listen, 2 weeks out, and like I said, everything's going well. This is the next phase for you. It is Darren Stewart, and then whatever after that's after that.
People keep asking me what's after that. I don't really like to say. Obviously, there's a plan in place for myself in my own head, what I want to do, but never look past anyone, never underestimate anyone. So always train as hard as your last opponent, and so just get through Darren Stewart. Obviously go in there, put on a show, knock him out, and then see what's after that. But all focus, all eyes, all attention on Darren Stewart from me and my camp. I don't really care what MISFITS or anyone has to say to me for after this. Just 29th of March is everything.
I know you're obviously focused. I just want to put a couple of these things obviously over that, since your win over Taylor. But Tommy Fury's finished now, isn't it? That's not going to happen, is that? For the time being. For
the time being, yeah.
Okay. But that's still a fight if it was presented that you'd go back into.
The money being right this time, yeah, because I can't depend on him to turn up, can I? So I'd have to be getting, do you know what I mean? I'd probably want money up front, and then obviously a big payday to fight him. That's just because of the way he's handled things as well, isn't it? Very disrespectful.
There was also whispers and rumours on the internet. I don't know how much talk there was of this, but Jake Paul at Anfield and all this.
No, that was just my own little...
Was that just you?
That was just me being a cunt. There was no whispers. Okay.
All right. Well, it's the power of the internet, because I heard it a few times, but obviously it just dropped it out there.
When are we all going to learn that the internet is just the fakest thing out there?
We thought we was getting everything.
Yeah, we did. We booked the hotel for it.
No. The internet.
We booked the Premier Inn in Tuxteth off the back of it. We did.
I'll be staying there with you. Yeah.
All right, just to finish off on what have you made of this whole Eubank and Ben thing? Eubank getting fined 100 grand for the egg slap, etc. What do you think? Beefy got fined 20 grand for some of his comments for the Eubank fight, but 100 grand for an egg slap. What do you think?
Don't agree with that, to be honest. And I've been loving the beef with them. There seems like there's a genuine hatred between them, which is it's gonna sell. The egg slap, I loved it, and it was unfortunate for Conor. You know, I know Conor, he's a sound lad, but yeah, I don't 100 grand. Seems a little bit far fetched. Maybe 20, like Liam or something. But obviously, because they've got a bit of a punishment in place. That sounds mad because we're adults getting punished. But yeah, 100 grand. He's obviously had to pay it, hasn't he? Or I don't know. Yeah, that seems a little bit far fetched.
Well, off the back of our interview with Liam yesterday, who questioned where the 100 grand was going, which is a legitimate question, I saw something that's going to go to boxers in need. It was, I think the board has been in touch with someone that we know to tell us that money is actually going to boxers in need. So that's a good thing if it goes to that.
So Liam questioned where the 100 grand was going?
Yes, and off the back of that we've heard back today.
Okay, yeah. So that's actually something bring to light where actually does the money go then, because I've never thought of that. Yeah, so the 100 grand shouldn't go in the back arse pockets of the people fine. It should go to the people that need it, boxers in need, gyms like this, you know, to maybe do it up a little bit, give back to the kids, which is the kids of the future, to put more money in the pockets of all these people in suits, isn't it, who control and run boxing. So yeah, that's good. That's a good question. If he's asked that, that's a very
and it's led to us finding out actually where that money's going. So
that's brilliant, then, isn't it? Yeah. That's brilliant. That's a very good question.
Absolutely. Darren Till, thank you very much for your time. We'll let you get on with the rest of your Friday. Have you got anything else you'd like to add?
Just that my coach Berry was there on the track at 5 o'clock because I'm always there calling me a lazy ass. Nice one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, good.